In our last episode, our crew was introduced to Bromnus, a mountain dwarf living in solitude. After paying for the damages done to his home and learning a little more about the man, Topknot, Felix, Ironhammer, and Tank 2 agree to search for the dwarf's lost sheep, Pom Pom, in return for information about Cirrus. In the meantime, Scarlet got Toad to spill the beans about what happened to Nia's body. Feeling bad for going behind the warrior's back, Toad waded into the water and retrieved the forager's remains, albeit in 2 pieces. Hoping to be back on Scarlet's good side, the ex-tyrant returned to the back of the cart while our friendly neighborhood psychopath took Nia's body behind Bromnus' shed and tested his transformation potion on her. During this time, our search party found a couple items next to a crag that the remaining foragers must have dropped on their way back to Cirrus. Noticing that there is a strong updraft coming from the canyon, Ironhammer and Felix tied a rope around Topknot and tossed the Tinkerer into the clouds. The halfling, expecting to fall, instead found himself floating a dozen feet above the ground. Intrigued by the force of the winds, they continued south into an idyllic forest. While they were traveling, Scarlet found himself standing in front of a human-sheep hybrid and decided it would be a cool idea to butcher it and feed it to the farmer and Toad. Finally starting to win the trust of other people, our warrior is now left with Nia's legs behind the shed. Back in the forest, Topknot spotted a pond up ahead and took a drink of water. Becoming entranced by the wave of relaxation that flooded over him, he decides to take another gulp and rest for a while. Welcome back to Retrograde, a D&D campaign by Fudged Roll. My name is Derek Day, and I will be your conductor. Joining me on this Soul Train line is Andrew Akers.
Choo-choo, let's get the train moving.
Stop. Ty Sheets.
Hey.
Ian Jones, still frozen, and Jesse Wagner.
Ni hao.
I can do Ian's intro if you'd like.
Yeah, if you want to say something.
Hi.
So, Scarlet, you have just cooked and served Nia's upper half to Bromnus and Toad, and you are now back behind the shed with her lower half laying there. Bromnus is still outside, kind of licking his chops, and Toad is in the cart.
Alright, can I kind of peek around the building and see where, like, if Bromnus is looking towards the shed or if he's looking towards the cart?
You peek your head out from behind the shed. He's no longer interested in kind of policing your time. He's happy with the meal you cooked, and he's now just watching the stream. So looking away from anything you're worried about.
I'm going to grab the legs, and I'm just going to kind of walk around and make my way back to the cart. I'm just kind of walking behind Bromnus.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
12.
You pick up the legs from behind the shed, make your way past the left side of the building, and continue down the path past Bromnus' house towards the cart. As you walk past the mountain dwarf, you step on a couple twigs, which alerts him. He goes to turn around, but figures it's probably just a rodent, and turns back towards the stream as you walk the legs back to the cart.
Like I'm like walking them, or
however you want to transport them.
I'm gonna carry it, pretty much like over my shoulders. And yeah, is Toad in the cart or is he next to it?
Roll me a perception.
13.
You push past the tattered curtains of the cart, going to put the legs in, and all you spot is a blanket laying on the floor of the cart.
And within the wagon, then, so there's pretty much like almost like benches along the side, I'm assuming, like for us to sit on.
Yep, on either side.
And it's open underneath, or is it like pretty much like a block that goes down? I'm
picturing more you load in from the back.
I'm gonna just put the legs in, and I'm just gonna kind of feel the blanket, pat it, see if there's anyone in there.
No, it's just flat on the ground, but it's a little damp.
Can I pick up the blanket and then cover the legs with it, or cover it with
Yeah. Do you have the legs on the ground or sitting on one of the benches?
I have it on the ground.
Okay.
Are they human legs still, or are they like little sheep legs that he had cut off?
They are human legs.
Oh, they're human legs.
The sheep legs were the baby legs that he cut off and are probably just sitting behind the shed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you've got Nia's used to be legs underneath the blanket in the cart. The wet blanket with Toad nowhere in sight.
Okay, so now all that's covered and everything. Can I kind of like walk out a little bit and see if I can spot Toad anywhere?
Yeah, make an investigation.
9.
You step aside from the cart, walking a little over towards Bromnus to get a better view. You don't see anything. You don't spot Toad, but you can hear some crunches of leaves behind his house.
Behind Bromnus's house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I make my way over there and just kind of scope things out? Because I didn't really think Toad was supposed to be going anywhere.
Do you want to walk behind Bromnus or in front of him?
I'll walk behind him.
Are you trying to let him know that you're walking behind, or are you trying to sneak it?
I'm just walking.
You will walk behind him, making your way to the back of his house, and he's going to ask, can I help you? What do you need back there?
I'm just kind of looking around. All my friends are gone, so I'm just exploring the place. I see that, that you got some nice woods back there. I'm just going to go and just kind of look around, enjoy nature.
I thought you already did that. That's where you found the sheep, right?
Yeah, but that was over close to near your workshop. I'm talking like more behind your house over this way.
All right. I was just wondering because I thought we could do a little fishing here by the stream.
Yeah, let me just do a little lap, and then I'll come back and we can fish.
Okay, great. I'll see you here in a few minutes.
Do you have an extra fishing pole?
Oh yeah, I keep a stock in the house.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go around and see around the house here. See if Toad's back there.
You continue around the back of the house. You're kind of in a little bit of a clearing before you reach the forest line. If you want to roll another investigation.
7.
Facing the trees towards the north, you start to make your way into the forest as you hear the crinkling of more leaves to your left towards where Bromnus's shed is located.
Oh, so he's over near the shed. I was planning on going over there anyway, so can I go and just kind of check things out? Because I also want to grab those little severed sheep legs, too.
You turn to the left and walk behind the shed again as you see Toad standing there, holding both of the legs, gnawing on one of them. He sees you and says, "Oh, Scarlet. Oh, there you are. I was looking for you. I wanted to play a little game."
What game do you want to play?
Hide and seek. I think I won.
Well, do you have the other one of those things that you're gnawing on? There was 2 of them when I left.
Oh, yeah. No. No, I tried to go fishing with that one. I lost it in the water. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So why don't we start another round of hide and seek?
Oh, yeah. Can I take this with me? As he holds up the half sheep foot.
Yeah, you can take that with you.
Where do you want me? Where should I go?
Well, you can't tell me where you're gonna go. I'm supposed to find you.
Oh, okay. Close your eyes.
Close my eyes.
You wait probably about 10 seconds or so. You open your eyes back up and Toad is no longer standing there.
Alright, I'm gonna go back over to Bromnus now.
Okay. Bromnus is still standing at the edge of his house, just watching the water, seeing what kind of fish are swimming past.
Are you ready to go fishing, Bromnus?
Yeah, there's some big ones over there. I'd say at least 10 to 12 pounds. If you're ready, I can go grab the rods.
Go grab the rod.
He will enter back into his house. Cutting back to the forest, Topknot is still splashing the pond with his feet as Felix, Ironhammer, and Tank2 head west into a clearing hoping to find Pom Pom.
So, Ironhammer, do you remember that stupid little song that Topknot was whistling?
Nope.
Good, me neither.
It's fine. I think if we just make sheep noises, we'll find them in no time. Is it a boy sheep or a girl sheep?
You know what's weird, Ironhammer? Your accent seems to be, comes and goes.
It's a condition.
And also, I think you said it's a girl sheep.
You know, looking back, I don't think he was too sure of what it was.
So that's right.
You guys walk into a clearing. Does somebody want to roll a perception?
18.
The tracks you're following are the smaller hoof prints. You spot them heading in to the middle of the clearing, and you see a table next to a formation of rocks.
Can I do a
Let's
perception
go investigate
check?
the rocks.
Yeah, can we investigate the rocks?
Oh, yeah.
Because we both have stone cunning.
Yeah, you guys are master of rocks.
What do you want for modifier?
Investigation is fine.
7.
The rocks are quite small almost figurine sized in the shapes of different animals like an elephant, a deer. It looks like they've been carved.
How big are the rocks? Can I like pick one up?
Yeah, they're like ornament sized, like palm sized.
Cool. I pick one up and examine it closer.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary about it, but you hear a rustling from the other end.
Is it an aggressive rustling?
Not aggressive, but cautionary.
Cautionary rustling. What does a cautionary rustling sound like?
It sounds like something's getting ready.
Does it sound like it's a big something?
Roll an investigation.
What was that?
Am I the only one that can see it?
Come on, Ty. Ty drew a dig on the map. Following the smaller hoof prints to this field, you can imagine that's probably what's making the sound right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go towards the sound.
You walk over towards the sound, and out pops this guy.
Whoa.
The fuck is that?
It is a red tiefling, probably about 6 feet tall, wiry thin. He jumps out and says, "Oh, hello there. Are you ready to answer some riddles?"
No.
There's a bear shit in the woods, and Felix get noticeably excited.
This red tiefling man almost skips over to the table, and he says, "My name is Kyle, and I am the riddle master."
Kyle the tiefling.
But it's spelled Kyle, because he's a demon. It's not the same.
Was he the one making the rustling?
Yes.
I asked if he had like a monster logo tattoo on him.
Yeah, and he's got a bush hat.
That's where he gets his power.
He asks, "Would you like to solve my 4 riddles for a prize?"
What kind of
Do we
prize?
have to?
Felix is getting more and more excited as this interaction occurs.
Oh, you would love my prize.
I just tell Kyle I don't like you.
That's okay. I'll play with your friend. Kyle starts tapping his fingers on the table. Well, what are we doing?
I'm gonna approach the table.
Oh, wonderful. Let me know when you're ready to start.
I was born ready.
You see Tank 2 kind of run off and play with some butterflies on the other side of the field. Question 1. You live in a 1-story house made entirely of redwood. What color would the stairs be?
It's a 1-story house. There's no stairs.
Ding, ding, ding. And he does a little twirl. Very good.
I'm imagining he's holding a bell now, but like there's nothing in the center making noise. So like he makes the own noise. Ding, ding, ding.
Question 2. What looks like an egg, but doesn't feel like an egg?
What looks like an egg but doesn't feel like an egg?
Correct.
Picture an egg.
Incorrect.
Are you kidding me? That's a great answer.
That is it prove me wrong.
The answer is
Yeah, prove him wrong.
a fake egg.
This Kyle. He's good.
That is 1 for 2, my good sir.
I will
Told you not to mess with him.
Third-party appeal on this one because a picture of an egg could also be classified as fake egg.
Ooh.
Roll a persuasion.
Oof, 4.
Nice.
That's wrong, dumb shit. Moving on. Sarah has 4 dogs. Benjamin has 7 dogs. Thomas, with an H, has 2 dogs. And Thomas, without an H, has 6 dogs. How many dogs does Thomas with an H have?
Oi, can you repeat the question?
I'll repeat it once again. Sarah has 4 dogs. Benjamin has 7 dogs. Thomas, with an H, has 2 dogs. And Thomas, without an H, has 6 dogs. How many dogs does Thomas, with an H, have?
Math has never been my strong suit.
2 dogs.
We're wrong again. The answer is 8. Thomas with an H and Thomas without an H are brothers.
But you asked me how many dogs Thomas with an H has.
Yes, they are brothers. They both own the same amount of dogs. Dipshit. Last question.
I don't like this game
Last
anymore.
question.
I told you. I told you not to play with him. This always happens.
Are we ready? Question number 4.
I mean, I guess you cheating fuck.
What do you call walking garbage?
Oh no.
What'd you say your name was? Kyle with an I?
That is correct. My name is Kyle with an I. Answer the question.
I think I did.
Incorrect again. The answer is Folks, we have an epidemic going on.
I will support this message.
Kyle says, "You got 1 out of the 4. I will accept that as a passing grade," and tosses you a palm-sized rock shaped like an egg.
Oh, is this your fake egg?
It is a fake egg, but it is a very real item.
Okay, well, I'm naked, so I'm going to hand it to Iron Hammer to put in his little pouch.
I put it in my pouch. It's just a fake egg. Can I investigate it, see if it's not just a fake egg?
Yeah, if you want to roll an insight.
15.
Yeah, you can tell this is... It is a rock. It's egg-shaped, but there's something else about it. It has some other properties.
Does it seem magical?
It does seem magical. You don't know in which way.
I'm going to cast Identify on it. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn if any spells are affecting the item, what they are. If the item is created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Damn, he came prepared. What do you got to say about that, Derek?
Sweet.
Bitch.
I will not reveal it to everybody until you want to.
I've seen that before. I've seen that before, actually.
So that's Felix's prize, but you are currently holding on to it.
So it might
Fine
not be
now.
a bad idea to tell Felix what it is.
Instead of telling you what it is, I'm going to demonstrate. I throw the fake egg at Felix.
Okay, roll me a d4.
3.
Okay, Felix, you take 3 points of damage as the rock beans you in the side of the head.
My second roll was
man.
a 2.
Okay, got it.
We haven't had any kind of rests yet, right?
Not since the inn.
I was going to say, we've only been awake for like 2 days.
After it hits you, it stings for a couple seconds, and then you regain 2 points of health.
All right.
So it's still a little like a headache on your right temple, so you really only took 1 point of damage. And take from that what you will.
It's a rock that when thrown at you hurts slightly less than other rocks.
Yeah. Well, there's the potential that you could, like, roll a 1 the first time and then a 4 the second time.
Or maybe what if you just touch it?
What if I stick it in me?
I don't think that'll work.
Oh god, you're naked too. You could do it in one action. I couldn't even stop you.
He becomes invincible, just constantly healing.
Back in the forest with Topknot, you've taken a sip from the pond once again as you zone out and try to relax. As you sit there, toes dangling in the water, 2 rabbits jump out from the bushes across from you and take a drink from the pond.
Hello there, little friends. Come to join me, have you?
They look up at you inquisitively and start running around in a big circle, just kind of chasing each other. After a couple laps, they sit next to you.
You are so cute.
And then they start going at it like the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, that's just life. Life's so beautiful.
And I'm gonna avert my gaze, but like kinda every once in a while do like a side eye just to see how they're doing.
After a couple of side eyes, they're still going. A couple minutes later, you avert your gaze again and look across the other side of the pond. There's a woman sitting there, staring at the water. She doesn't notice you.
Is she a pretty woman?
In the eye of the beholder.
She's shorter than average.
Oh, that's even scarier because I'm also shorter than average.
I'm just gonna be very quiet and watch.
She's just looking into the water. You can't tell if she's drank any of it, but she's deep in her thoughts.
I clear my throat.
Hello?
No reply.
Hello? Lady? Woman, pretty lady?
She doesn't acknowledge you.
Oh, that's just rude.
I'm just gonna watch her for a little bit because I haven't spent a whole lot of time around women, and I'm curious as to like what they do when like when they like exist.
What kind of weird Jeffrey Dahmer shit is this?
No, it's like watching animals out in the wild. It's like it's like watching an eagle. It's like it's this beautiful thing, but it's kind of mysterious to me. So I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, so like an eagle, she lifts her head up and her face is kind of jumbled up. You can't really make out a distinct face from it. She stands up, she starts walking around, and after a couple minutes, her features become more and more defined. What color's your hair?
Brown.
This woman's hair is auburn, brownish, probably about a little lower than shoulder length. How tall are you?
3'5". I'm pretty small.
She's probably close to about 4 foot, maybe a little under.
Oh.
What did your mom look like?
She was also a gnome. She was around my height, 3'5", also brown hair. Wore glasses most of the time, kind of like mine. They were pretty thick. She was like a farmer lady, so like she was pretty tough looking. Had rough hands.
Roll an investigation.
17.
With your thick-rimmed glasses, you can see this woman's hands now, and they are very rough looking. It looks to be like your mom, but she's not wearing glasses.
And I'm kind of at this point. Am I still under the spell of the water here, or?
Yeah.
Mom, is that you?
No response. She's just walking around aimlessly.
I'm gonna slowly stand, hands shaking, and I'm gonna try to approach.
Every step you take, her face becomes more and more defined, but older. At first she was pretty young, teenaged, but as you get closer, she ages to the point that you last remember her.
Mom, what's going on? What are you doing here? I don't understand.
She's facing you, but still no response, and she walks up right in front of you.
Does she look sick or anything? Because the last couple years of her life, she was very ill and like she looked very sickly. Does she look like that now, or does she look like herself but healthy?
As she walks closer to you, she doesn't age anymore, but she gets more and more frail until she's right up next to you.
I saw you die. I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening right now.
She keeps walking and walks right through you.
I'd like to nope right out of there. But if I'm still under the spell of the water, I can't because I want to stay.
Roll me a d20.
I rolled a 13, natural 13.
She walks through you. You turn around to look at her again, and she smiles at you as she bursts into fire.
I'm just going to fall to my knees and watch.
It starts at her feet. She smiles the entire time as it slowly creeps up, licking parts of her face.
No.
And she turns to ash.
I just fall forward, burying my head and my face into my hands, and I just sob uncontrollably.
Roll a perception.
Nat 20.
You bury your face in your hands as you hear a footstep ahead of you, walking over some dry leaves. You look up and see the robed figure from before. As it notices you see them, it starts to disappear, but you can tell by the way the hood silhouettes their face that they're smiling at you.
Wait, don't go. Who are you? Are you doing this?
It doesn't respond as it fades away and points at the pile of ashes.
I slowly stand and walk over to where the pile is.
Roll an investigation.
Ugh. 12.
You look at the pile of ashes, kind of trying to sort through your thoughts, dealing with the almost second death of your mother, and you notice a small metallic device in the middle of the pile.
I reach in and grab it.
You grab something that looks like, okay, bad example, but sort of like a jewel pod. It's black on one end with an opening, and as if it can plug into something, and on the other end, it's just colored red, and it's closed.
Can I make any kind of check? Does it resemble anything that I know of or anything that I've worked with in the past with any inventions that I used to work with on the farm?
Roll an insight.
Natural 19 and plus 2, 21.
You notice it looks eerily similar to the design and make of your lightning rod.
Do there appear to be any buttons or anything on it? Anything that would activate it in any way?
No, it looks as if it needs to be plugged into something.
Can I put the electric portion of the rod into where the hole is?
So you look at your rod and you look at this small device. You notice at the end of your rod is this yellow square that you think you might be able to eject.
Well, I had built the rod, so yeah, there's like a little thing on it. So I'll click that off. I'm gonna see if it can fit into the new one.
Yeah, you take out the yellow metallic device, and it looks the exact same as the red one.
Ooh, okay. So I want to put it in the new one and see if I can fire that up, see what it does.
You click the red pod into your rod. You click the button once, and a burst of flame comes out the end.
Yes! Okay. Thanks, Ghost Mom Lady. You didn't need to do what you did, but I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm going to take this information, and then I'm going to sit near the water's edge again and wait for my companions to return.
Do you take another sip of water?
No.
Okay.
Not this time.
Not this time. Scarlet, you're standing by the stream, contemplating when you should kill Toad for throwing your sheep's leg into the water, as Bromnus exits his hut with 2 fishing rods.
Now, did Toad ever return? Because we were playing hide and seek, and I was doing really hard trying to find him.
Yeah, Toad is doing his best at hide and seek. You have not seen him in the past couple minutes.
I'm gonna ask Bromnus if I can use his fishing pole, because there looks like there's some nice fish in this creek.
Oh, yes, of course. This one will probably fit you the best. Just be careful with it. And he hands you a standard-sized rod. He said to be careful just because you're such a large man. You could easily snap it in half if you pull too strong. And he reels back and casts out his line.
You do the same.
So, what do you do for a living?
I've had many jobs.
Some of them being...
I have been a cook. I've been a butcher. I've done my fair share in taxidermy.
I can tell you've been a cook. You did a mighty fine job on that sheep.
Thank you.
Roll me a d20, just straight.
12.
Roll me a d10, straight.
10.
You feel a tug on your line.
Can I try to hook it and then start to reel in?
Yep, you have hooked something big but not very heavy. You can easily reel it in, and as it gets onto the land, you can tell it's a hat. It's like a cap.
How big is the hat?
I'd say average size. It can fit on your head, but it might be a little tight.
I'm gonna put it off to the side. I'm not gonna put it on because it's been in a river. And
Bromnus says, "Oh, good job. Not the best catch, but I mean, you got to start somewhere." As he reels in a large bass from the stream.
Nice catch.
Oh, thank you. I've been doing this every single day. As he casts out again.
I'm a little envious of his fish, but I'm gonna keep casting out.
Roll me another 20.
17.
And a 10.
5.
This time, you hook something much bigger and much heavier. You'll need to roll me a survival.
20.
You pull back as hard as you can without breaking the rod. You've got it full tension as you reel it back in, and it is a large, heavy fish, all brown. And Bromnus notes it and says, "Wow, that's a great catch. That's a stonefish. You might want to hold on to that for later."
It is a great fish. Much better than your little one you caught.
Now, I don't know if I'd say that, but it's very good. Mine could feed many men. Yours, not so sure.
I'm gonna ignore his last comment. I heard it, but there's a little vein kind of like bulging as he says that. But I'm just gonna cast another one.
You cast out again. You try to calm yourself down as he reels in a very large trout and sets it aside next to the bass. He kind of looks over at your stonefish and hat and gives it a little giggle. Like, huh, okay.
Is anything on my line yet?
Yeah, roll me another 20 and a 10.
15 and 3.
You feel another tug at the end of your line. Not as big as the hat, but not as heavy as the stonefish. As you pull it back in, you can see it is what is remaining of the sheep's leg that Toad had tossed in earlier. It's a little festering, but it's still in one piece.
Does Bromnus see it?
Yes. He sees it and says, "Oh, you probably don't want that. You might want to just throw that back out. I don't know how that got in there."
This looks to be like the part of the sheep that we ate earlier.
Oh, does it? I thought, might be. I wonder how it got there. I thought it was just a random animal bone.
That's what I thought too, but if you'd like, I can take some of your fish and I can make a nice dish with everything. I can cook this down, make a nice broth from the bone, and make a nice soup with your fish.
Oh, that sounds very nice. I'm a little full now, so if you'd like to do that later. I mean, it could be like a partnership. I mean, me doing all the hard work, catching the fish, and you just kind of throw it in a pot.
Those are fighting words.
We could be a real team together.
It could be a partnership. Yes, indeed. Let me take your fishing. I'll be back. I'm gonna grab this fish and take that. Just gonna take it on the inside.
Inside the hut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put it on the table, and I walk back out. I'm not gonna do anything to it yet. I'm not gonna do anything to it, I mean.
What about the hat and the stonefish? Are you leaving them there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there.
Okay.
I get so nervous anytime Scarlet does anything. I'm just waiting for it to end in a murder.
And then the eventual consumption of flesh.
Yeah, right.
So, Bromnus, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I've been here for many years, just tending to the land, my sheep. I'm completely self-sufficient. I eat everything from the stream and whatever animals may show up around here.
So the stream is your livelihood, that's what you're saying.
Correct, yes. I fish, like I said, I fish here daily.
What would you do if something happened to this stream?
Oh, I don't even want to think about it. I'd have nothing left.
It's a shame. Having all your eggs in one basket.
I guess you could
What
say
kind
so,
of
but
fucking psycho shit is being planned right now?
I was gonna say, like, he's like laying the groundwork for like bioterrorism.
yeah, to be honest, I've never thought about that. I just keep to myself. I don't see many people here, so why would I assume that anything would go wrong with it?
It's fair. It's fair. How deep is the stream?
Oh, it's only about 4.5 feet.
Yeah, Toad was in it earlier.
And how tall is Bromnus?
He's a little shorter than you. He's probably about 5.5 feet.
But he's very round.
He's very round, very wide.
What would you say his pant size is?
Oh, God, at least 50.
Okay.
Maybe like 17 length, but very round.
All right. I mean, I pretty much I accomplished everything, so I'm just wasting time now until my companion come back.
Okay, great.
So my hands are kind of tied. Can't do anything to Bromnus.
Back to Felix and Ironhammer. Are you heading back to Top Knot?
Before we do, I want to address Kyle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wait, have you seen the goat?
Yeah, that's what I was going to add. Have you seen a sheep around here?
Oh, I may have.
Well, did you or did you?
What do you got for me?
I throw the egg at him.
I start...
Do your own riddle.
All right, I do a riddle. I'll tell. All right, Kyle. If you can't answer my riddle, then you got to tell us where the sheep is.
Deal. I like this.
What do you call bread made out of bison?
God damn it.
I don't know how to answer because I know the answer.
But does Kyle know the answer?
Make Kyle do an intelligence check.
Good idea. I didn't know how to go about that. All right, we'll do an actually with intelligence. Yeah. Oh, you can't stump me that easily. That, my sir, would be a buffaloaf.
Damn, that's the only riddle I've got.
Gonna have to either stump me or pay me.
I'm going to look at Kyle. I'm going to say, what's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Oh, that's a new one. I don't think I know that. What is the speed?
That's true. If you don't know the answer, then not much of a riddle, is it?
Kyle rolled low. Kyle doesn't have an answer. Does Felix have an answer? Pull something out of your ass.
Not out of your ass, not out of Google.
Oh, okay.
I do know the answer to this.
Not a very good riddle, is it?
Give me 1 second.
He's reading the entire Wikipedia page.
Of European swallows.
It looks like your friend is tapping his foot over there. This is audio hell.
Are we in the metric or standard?
I just do standard.
This is
Okay.
fucking America, dude. Even in D&D.
That's 17 miles an hour.
Is that a riddle or is that just a question?
But what is a riddle really other than just a question?
True.
I'm tired of this. The sheep went south. Just follow the larger footprints and you will find it.
I'm going to flip Kyle the bird, walk away.
Yeah, Sam. I don't like you.
He blows each of you a kiss and moonwalks back into the forest line.
What the fuck?
Back to the field, you see Topknot.
Sitting, cross-legged, kind of waiting on him to come out.
So I take it you guys didn't find the sheep then?
Yeah, no thanks to you.
We found a rock.
Well, it seems like you going that way and me sitting here had the same success rate.
No. We got a rock. What did you get?
Some peace and quiet.
I throw the rock at him.
Oh, god damn it. Roll to
Are you
hit.
seriously? You're seriously throwing a rock at me?
Yes.
I rolled a 18.
Yup.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
I can roll good enough for that, but not for anything else.
That'll do. Don't
Is this
get
your-
help.
Is this your main weapon now?
Nah. Just against you. Alright, damage is a 2, and the healing is a 3, so you're welcome. I just healed you for 1 point of damage.
My head somehow feels better than before you hit it.
Hey, you're welcome. It's a special cleric rock.
Anything interesting over there besides this rock?
And as
Nah.
I'm talking, I try to put the rock in my pack.
I walk over and just take it from you.
I was going to say, Felix is going to be like, hey, that's my rock.
So does that mean we need to go the other way?
Sure does, little buddy.
Okay. I guess I'll come along.
The three of you and Tank leave the forest once again, heading south. The pathway becomes stone and gravel as you get to the entrance of a cave.
Is there anything special about cave?
From the outside, no, just normal looking.
Okay. Does it look to be a large cave?
You can't tell from the outside, it's pretty dark in there.
We both have dark vision.
We both do have dark vision.
Oh, you have dark vision? Yeah, okay. So you can't see to the end, but it looks small but cavernous. So wide, but not too deep.
I can't see anything, so you guys should go ahead. I mean, can you see in there?
I'll just light a torch.
Well, I'm still not going first.
I mean, I'll go first, but I light a torch.
Yeah, if you have the torch, then you should probably go first.
Yeah, well, I've got an adventure pack, so there's torches in there. Or explorer's pack, excuse me.
Do we hear anything inside the cave?
Not from the outside.
Well, there's no time like the present, fellas.
Guys, hold on just a second.
Can I go back to the water and fill up one of my flasks with the water?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'm gonna come back.
Alright, well, let's head on in there.
You enter into the cave. It's deadly quiet with only the sound of water droplets echoing throughout. You can picture, like I said, kind of cavernous room with standing water, gutted walls with large stalagmites and stalactites that makes it feel like you're almost walking into the maw of a mountain.
My favorite place to be.
It's definitely not my favorite place to be.
Yeah, we're a weenie.
This is true.
Oh, I'm actually, while I have the torch lit, I'm gonna put my shield on my back so I can still use my hammer should I need to. Because I assume I can't hold 3 things at once.
I don't like this place very much.
It straight up looks like a mouth.
Yeah.
It's alright. If I was a sheep, this is what I would go.
They do get in some pretty crazy places, that's for sure.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, speaking of which, roll me investigation.
Nat one.
Yes.
Also a nat one.
Hell yeah.
It wasn't me this time. Nice. 7.
Exploring the area around you,
What a lovely cave.
Topknot and Felix, you both look down at the ground and start to find tracks, anything you can do to find the sheep, and you end up walking headfirst into each other, and you both take 1 point of damage.
I suddenly have a headache.
You want the rock?
Yeah.
Quick, Iron Hammer, throw that rock in my face again.
Alright, throw the rock at him.
Are you
No,
kidding
don't
me?
do it.
Just in the middle of battle, we're going to be throwing the rock.
I mean, that'll be pretty good. Like, I mean, I'm a cleric, so I don't really need it because I can just heal you. But if one of you guys like goes down,
Right. You
and
can
you
just
don't have any
just-
healing spells.
We can just repeatedly beat over someone over the head with it.
Well, if someone's unconscious, just throw the rock at them, and hopefully, you don't kill them with like a
Right.
death, because that'll cause a death saving throw. So hopefully, you just like don't crit them.
Ironhammer, you see the two buffoons walk headfirst into each other. You're just thinking, idiots. Like, am I the only one that is capable? As you spot some large hoofprints on the ground leading into the cave.
I follow the hoofprints.
Can we see the end of this cave at this point with the light?
Yeah. As you enter into the center, you see some greenery growing at the very end.
I want to investigate the greenery.
Okay, roll me a nature check, and then Top Knot, you roll me a perception.
Another natural one.
Alright, now you deserve the rock.
I got a 15.
I was rolling so well earlier.
Felix, you walk over to one of the bushes growing in the cave, and you know that this is Nightshade. Top Knot.
I'm still pretty sad and distracted about what had just happened.
Yeah, after getting your head hit twice.
Well, and the whole thing that happened with me seeing my dead mom.
Yeah.
That one definitely.
You're kind of thrown off a bit, so you listen for a second, and you hear some, like, wet slapping, and you think it might be Felix's butt cheeks just clapping against each other.
That's disgusting.
I'm purposely like looking away to like just act busy.
I'm gonna pick some of this nightshade, and I'm gonna turn to Top Knot, and I'm gonna say, "Come here, little one."
No, that's okay. I'm okay over here.
And I'm just gonna like play with the wall, touch the wall, act like I'm looking at stuff.
I just need to utilize your pad.
I can't hear him.
You're just ignoring him?
Yeah, I'm just admiring this wall.
Ironhammer, what are you doing?
I'm gonna keep walking back in the cave.
You walk past your two, friends, and you see a sheep with a pair of khaki shorts on, munching on the nightshade.
Is he dead? Oh no.
It's not dead. It's alive. He's alive. We're not doing this again. It's alive.
It's wearing khaki shorts.
Yeah, it's got khaki shorts on.
Okay.
Is there anything in the pockets of the khaki shorts?
Yeah, there's a silver medallion that says property of Bromnus.
I'm gonna put some nightshade in the khaki short pocket.
Okay.
Using that as a pack.
Or I can take the shorts and put them on.
The sheep's just like having a good time.
Yeah, it's just munching on the nightshade. It must have tracked it by the smell.
I'm gonna slap the sheep on the butt, but in like a football good game kind of way, and say, "All right, buddy, time to go."
It acknowledges your slap, looks at you, hears you, and nods, and starts to walk towards the exit.
My new friend.
Oh, you guys found the sheep.
Yes.
That's good news. Come on, sheep.
What was the sheep's name again?
Pom Pom.
Pom Pom. That's it.
Come on, Pom Pom.
I'm gonna start leaving the cave.
You start leaving, whistling that tune, and Pom Pom is just all about that shit. It's almost like a rallying call.
It is.
Yeah.
Does Pom Pom and Tank get along? Are they friends?
I was gonna say, let's ask Felix. How does Tank 2 feel about Pom Pom?
Tank 2's pretty chill.
Nice. Friends forever. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's grab Pom Pom and get the hell out.
Okay. Who's up front?
As we're leaving, I'm gonna be the first one out. I was closest to the exit anyway, and I kind of want to get out of the cave.
Okay. What's your armor class?
12.
You get to the edge of the cave as a very large tentacle grabs you by your stomach and starts reeling you in.
From behind?
From behind.
So
it
it missed everybody else, and then it grabbed me?
Yes, it instinctively went for you as you...
Being the weak, squishy one.
I'm just gonna use my thing now. And my what was previously my lightning rod. I'm gonna point it in the direction of this thing and just let it have it.
Roll me a hit.
Is it the same attack bonus as before?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. 5.
You don't get any part of the tentacle. However, it lights up the cave enough to where you can see that on the right side, one of the stalactites is controlling the tentacle. That's where it's coming from.
Oh, Jesus. I knew I shouldn't have left that bean gassing water.
Roll an initiative for me.
Ooh, natural 20.
I rolled a 9.
I also rolled a 9.
We're all screaming and panicking in the cave. Meanwhile, Scarlet's just out fishing.
You guys left me.
Top Knot is about to exit the cave. However, he is now being pulled back. He is now 10 feet back away from the door by a large tentacle coming from a rock-like monster acting as a stalactite. And Ironhammer, it's your turn.
Help me!
Well, I'm gonna drop the torch and pull out my shield. Can I do that as a bonus action?
Yeah, that's fine. You can do it all in one action.
Okay. Well, I was gonna first cast Bless
Okay.
as my action, which is a concentration spell up to 1 minute. 3 creatures of my choice, which will be us 3. Whenever you guys make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can add a D4 to it. And I'll use my movement to start making my way over towards the monster. We can see where the monster is, right?
Yes, it's the very last stalactite. As it narrows.
Yeah. Okay. What's my speed? 25. So I guess I can make it to like here, maybe, from where I was.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cool. All right. That's my turn.
It's on the ground, so you can use melee if you absolutely need to. You can still reach it.
Okay. Cool.
Next up is Felix.
Okay, question. Does this thing, can this thing move?
Yeah, roll me a nature, Jesse.
15 plus 2 is a 17.
Looking at this thing, you don't know the name of it, but you've heard about it before. It's a very large monster that hides in caves and camouflages itself as stalactites or stalagmites. Knowing that it can be either, you can assume that it has some kind of movement.
Okay. Where is Ironhammer in relation to me? Is he in front of me?
I think yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm
closer.
because I use my movement to go towards it, so I'm probably the closest person to it.
Fuck. Okay.
I mean, you have your movement speed.
Yeah,
Right.
you can move.
I
You can move and then attack.
Okay. I'm going to pass Ironhammer real quick, and then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Ooh.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Okay, what is... Oh, it doesn't even matter. It failed the Constitution check.
All right, let me roll the 2d8 then. So 1 plus 7, so it takes 8 points of damage and is pushed 10 feet. But is it against a wall?
It's against the wall. Did you add your spell attack bonus?
So plus 5 to that.
So 13 points of damage. Got it. So the wave extends out and ruffles the standing water and bushes, the nightshade bushes on the ground. It pushes the monster with enough force against the wall that it drops Topknot back onto the floor.
Oh, thank God.
It is the monster's turn again, and it will use its multi-attack to throw out 4 different tentacles. It's going to throw 2 of them at Felix with a 10 and a 15 to hit.
They both, the first one hit. Well, the second one hit. The 15 hit.
Okay. And then a 10 to attack Topknot again.
That misses.
And a 25 to hit Ironhammer.
Yeah, that one hits.
Didn't even have a chance.
Yeah. 25, Jesus.
Yeah, it rolled pretty high.
I was pretty happy with my armor class. Not anymore.
Felix, you take 8 points of damage
I'm dead.
as it slaps you in the stomach, throwing you 5 feet back, and it retracts its tentacle as another tendril grasps Ironhammer, dealing 6 points of damage, and you are now being pulled into the monster.
Throw the rock at him.
Topknot, it is now your turn.
Topknot, for a brief second, considers turning around and running, especially when he sees Felix fall. But instead, after a second, I want to move right by Ironhammer, like ahead of him. And if I can, I want to switch out my 2 rods down, back to the lightning one. And I want to stick it into this tentacle.
Okay, yep, roll me a hit.
Natural 20.
Yeah, roll me damage.
And it also needs to do a Constitution saving throw.
Got a 21.
5 points of damage.
Did you double that already?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
But it does not get paralyzed.
As it starts pulling Ironhammer into it, foot by foot, you dash in front of it and stick it with your lightning rod. It deals 10 points of damage as the tendril chars and slops off in half. So, Ironhammer, you're now freed, and there's a tendril just laying on the ground now as it shrieks in panic.
I don't know if I have anything left in my turn, but can I yell over to Tank 2 and say, "Quick, get your master and get him out of here"?
Yeah, Tank 2 respond. It'll start to rush over to Felix. All right, back up to Ironhammer.
All right, I'm going to use, I guess, about half my movement speed. If I'm standing here, can I hit him? Can I reach him from there? Or do I have to move up one more, maybe?
You can reach him from there.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to cast Searing Smite, which means we lose Bless, because Searing Smite's also concentration. And then I'm just going to smack him with my hammer.
Okay.
And I rolled a Where's my character sheet? What's my proficiency? An 18.
Yep, that hits. Yeah, you can hit him in the bottom half, right below its open mouth.
Okay, so he's gonna have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
9.
Okay, so he fails. Okay, so he's going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of fire damage, plus, because he failed the save, an extra 5 points of fire damage, so a total of 15 points of damage, and he's now on fire.
You bash it in the middle of its body, I guess you could call it, knocking out a decent amount of jagged, sharp teeth.
Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. It's only 10 points of damage.
Okay. As your warhammer catches its entire body on fire, and it is shrieking at the pain. Felix, if you want to roll me a death save.
So at the start of its turn, it has to roll a d6 it has to roll a Constitution saving throw, and on a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, so you've got 1 success, 2 more before you're stable again. As Tank 2 is just kind of dragging you to the edge of the cave.
Okay.
Back to the monster.
So yeah, you have to take a Constitution saving throw.
13.
My spell save DC is 13, so I think do you fail if you tie?
It'll fail. So then it takes D6.
1d6, yeah.
Okay, that's 3 points. Still on fire, it's going to use its remaining 3 tendrils to lash out at Ironhammer and Topknot. 21 and a 10 to hit Ironhammer.
Fuck, 1 hits.
And a 15 to hit Topknot.
That hits.
Okay.
I'm out of spells, so no healing for any of us.
It is not interested in Topknot anymore, so it whacks you in the side, dealing 5 points of damage. Ironhammer, you take 3 points at it as it is wrapping you up and pulling you back in again. And it's back to Topknot.
Are any of these tentacles immediately close to me where I can strike out at one? Or the body of this thing? Is it close enough for me to...
Yeah, it's close enough for you to get next to it and attack.
Where is its body located? Am I able to reach it if I were to go up for a melee attack, or is it like up on the cave wall at all?
No, it's pointing out of the ground.
Oh, okay.
So it's you can basically just look straight up at it. You can walk up to it and touch it.
I'm going to do I'm not even gonna bother switching over. I'm just gonna walk over and lightning rod this thing in the face.
Okay.
5.
No, somehow you completely whiff and drop your lightning rod on the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
Back to Ironhammer.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
What does that do?
I point at one creature within range. The sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it. Target's got to make a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. 1d12 because you're already missing health. So you got to make a wisdom saving throw.
8.
Okay, you fail. So that's 1d12. That's a good roll. That's a 12.
You guys don't hear anything, but it starts shaking at the sound of bells in its head. It just higher and higher pitched. It shakes and withdraws all of its tentacles and starts to use its spider-like, feet, if you can call it that, as it starts to climb to the top of the ceiling. Felix, roll me another death save.
17.
Yep, you're good. So you just need one more. The rock-like monster is going to continue climbing and makes its way to...
Wait, do I get an opportunity attack?
It's your turn, so yeah. It's starting to make its way to the corner of the cave.
But you said I had dropped my lightning stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do anything then because my unarmed attack is literally nothing.
You pick it up and point it at it and realize that it's like
Already gone.
20 feet above you.
Okay. So was picking it up an action? Was it a bonus action? How are you counting it?
It's a bonus, so you can still do something.
Okay. Well, I want to use I want to dash. I want to dash for the exit.
Okay.
Do you have any range attacks?
I don't think I picked up a crossbow, did I? So no, I don't have any range attack.
Where your flaming stick would be.
That's not a range attack, is it? I thought it's just like a little flame, right?
Make a little taser thing.
It's a little flame when you push the button.
Experiment. See what happens when you do crazy shit.
I'm going to switch my, in that case, instead of dashing, I'm going to use my, I'm going to switch the chip from one to the other, and then I'm going to point it up and push.
It explodes and kills both of us.
Yeah.
You need me to roll?
1 second. I forgot I had to roll for because it's still on fire, so it failed. So
Oh shit, yeah.
it takes another 1d6. That's only 1 point of damage. Yeah, Andrew, roll me a d20.
15.
This thing is starting to crawl inch by inch very slowly up the side of the cave wall. It gets to about the corner as you swap out the engine in your rod. Click and hold the button. At first, a burst of fire comes out, but as you hold it and concentrate it, it gets thinner and thinner until it's a beam of fire. Top Knot, roll me a d8.
Just a 4, but previously on my other weapon it was a +2.
Yep, you can still do that.
So 6. So 4 + 2 fire damage.
Your device shoots out a rod of flame 15 feet, and how do you want to do it?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow, that's so great. So this thing has a mouth?
Yes, and it has very many broken teeth now.
I want to wait until it opens its mouth, and I want to shoot that fire down its throat, or technically up its throat, and I want to cook it from the inside.
You wait for your moment. It crawls to the very top of the ceiling, looks down at you with its 3 remaining tendrils, opens its mouth to roar as you hold the button on your rod, and it shoots a rod of flame into its mouth, cooking its insides as it explodes, with pieces of it raining down on you.
I really didn't think that was gonna work.
Felix, roll me another death save.
A D20, natural 20.
Yep, you're good.
Wow.
You wake back up with 1 point of health as you see Tank 2, as you feel Tank 2 dragging you by...
By what? Because I'm naked.
I guess your hand? Out to the...
You know what he's doing.
Tank 2 grabs your 8-inch slong, not sexual, not bestiality, and pulls you outside of the cave.
Is that how he's been pulling him this whole time? Oh my god.
Yeah.
On the cock?
Yes. It's very elastic.
I think you should take 1 point of damage.
You're,
that'll kill me.
you're unconscious again. You're out now as Pom Pom is sitting next to you, licking your face.
Can I see anything valuable on this creature?
Yeah, the remaining tendril that you cut off is still there if you want to take a piece of it.
It was sticky? Is that how it was holding on to me, or did it wrap around me and pull?
It wrapped around you and pulled.
Is it elastic?
There's some elastic quality to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut like maybe a foot size piece off of it. See if I can use it for something.
Okay, yeah, you can take that with you.
I think it's time for us to get this sheep back to its owner. Right, Iron Hammer?
Because you're the only one there for me to talk to.
You guys exit the forest and come back to the overlook where you investigated the updraft. Roll me... Whoever's in front, roll me a perception.
I guess technically that's Felix.
It would be.
Okay.
A perception, you say?
Mm-hmm.
9 + 5 is 14.
As you walk past, heading back to Bromnus's, you hear heavy, labored breathing behind a very large rock.
And like giggles.
And like giggles. Yeah.
Do you fellas hear that? Sounds like someone's having a little fun behind that rock over there.
I saw a couple of rabbits earlier. They were having a little bit of fun.
We're gonna go investigate.
You walk behind the rock and see Toad just standing there giggling.
Toad, what are you doing out here?
You found me. Oh, Mr. Felix, don't tell Scarlet. He's still looking for me.
Did you help him with that body?
Oh yeah, we got it back, and then he fed me for helping me. Some very good sheep.
That was nice of him. Does that mean the body's in the cart now? And I get to sit with it some more?
I don't know. I've been playing hide and seek. I don't know what he did with it.
You're telling me that the dead body is playing hide and seek too?
Oh yeah, I'd say so. I haven't seen it yet. I'd say it's winning.
God fucking damn it.
Let's get back. I feel like we have a long journey yet to get to
Cirrus, yeah.
Well, I don't know about you fellas, but I'm exhausted.
It has been a very long day. Do you think Bromnus will let us sleep at his house?
Well, maybe we fix the whole approach.
I mean, I did pay him for that.
That's true. All right, let's go back to Bromnus.
Maybe we could.
We got a stupid sheep anyway.
I almost died doing it. Anyway, let's. Hey, by the way, did you guys see that crazy thing my lightning stick did?
Can I hit myself with the rock to heal myself?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm gonna throw the rock in the air and try and let it hit me in the head.
Roll me at athletics.
So I'm in the process of talking to Iron Hammer, and he hits himself in the head with a rock.
Yep.
Athletics. Oh, that's strength. Great, 19.
Yeah. Roll damage and healing.
Damage. That's perfect. 1. Healing of 3.
Yeah, you toss the rock into the air, similar to what Felix did with the updraft earlier. Except this time it comes back down straight in the middle of your head. It doesn't hurt as bad as you thought it would, and it actually kind of makes the rest of your pain a little better.
Does anybody else want some healing?
Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling pretty hurt right now.
Alright, I throw the rock at him.
Oh god. Alright, roll a hit.
Do I have to roll the hit if he's letting me hit him? I guess I will anyway.
Yeah.
More interesting.
Yeah.
You throw it over the ravine.
Oh god.
I rolled actually I'm not terrible today. I rolled an 8 though.
Top knot, roll me in athletics.
To try and dive into it.
Mm-hmm.
In athletic, 11.
Iron Hammer, you sidearm it and completely misjudge your aim, and Top Knot has to basically ragdoll himself and catches the rock in the side of his skull. Roll me damage and healing.
Alright, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Damage is 4.
I'm unconscious.
Wait, hold on. You heal 1 point of damage, so you're back on your feet.
Well, no. How did that work? How does that work exactly? So I had 3 HP. So I netted 3. So does that mean I'm still unconscious, or did I lose 4 and then gain 1? So I have 1 HP now.
I'm gonna make a call.
Make a GM judgment.
I'm gonna make a call. You take the damage and the healing almost at the same time, so you are basically unconscious, but you don't have to roll any death saves. You're just conked out on the ground, but you're not gonna die.
You just knocked me out.
If I throw the rock at him again, though, while he's unconscious.
Yeah, we don't know.
They're just stoning me.
Alright, I'm gonna throw the rock at him again.
Okay.
Oh, and is it just hit?
Yeah, because he's prone. It doesn't.
It just hit. This is some dark shit.
They're just stoning me.
Okay, the damage is 2, and the healing is 3.
I'm up to 1 HP. I'm 2 HP less than what I was when we started this whole thing.
Okay, we'll say this time.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, he's awake now, but he's just kind of like twitching on the ground.
Does this thing get a certain number of uses per day?
Charges?
Yeah, or is it like you could just infinitely throw rocks at me and just pick it up and throw it and pick it up and throw it?
Doesn't say it has charges.
No charge is infinite, so we can basically never play the game again and just keep pelting each other with rocks.
I mean, this is what my game has become.
I just want to sleep. I'm so tired.
Are you feeling better?
No.
No.
Today's been... You guys were going to be dying earlier, and then we were going to die again, and then there was a super lady, and then my mom was died again, and then I saw some rabbits having sex, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the day.
Alright.
I just want to go home.
Felix, do you want some healing?
I'm all right now. Let's just go
Alright.
rest up. I think we are walking through a forest, though, right?
There's a couple sparse trees, but it's pretty open over here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, can I see any of that plant that I picked earlier to make health potions with?
Toadstool or whatever it was.
Roll me a nature check.
It was 11.
Yeah, you find enough next to the rock that Toad was next to, enough to make 2 minor healing potions.
I'm gonna drink one of them minor healing potions.
Can I have one of those, please?
I hand it to
Top Knot. My
Top
name's
Knot.
Top Knot.
You both restore 2d4 plus 2 damage.
I'm up to 9 now.
I'm now back to full health.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready to take on the day.
You guys make your way back to Bromnus's hut as you see... Well, what do we see, Scarlet? Are you still standing there?
Yeah, we're still fishing.
Okay. You see them both fishing as the sun is setting. Bromnus has a collection of many fish, 10-pounders and above, as Scarlet has pulled up a couple boots and seaweed.
An old tire.
An old tire.
Hey, Bromnus, do you think we'd be able to spend the night here? It's getting pretty late, and we're not very familiar with where we are. Also,
We
we
brought
have
your
Pom
seat
Pom.
back.
We have Pom Pom. Sorry, we're back. We have Pom Pom. I should have done that.
Oh, Pom Pom. Oh, yes. Oh, finally. I missed you.
Alright, Felix, don't forget your herbs in the khaki short pot.
Yeah, I'm before Pom Pom runs up to its owner, I'm gonna reach in his short pocket and take my nightshade out.
That I cooked you some delicious food.
Hey, perfect.
Did you just said malicious? You cooked us some malicious food?
Delicious.
The old Freudian slip.
Scarlet, roll me a persuasion.
Or deception.
Deception. Roll me a deception.
14.
Yeah, he corrects himself to say that he said delicious, but he knows what he really said.
What did you cook this time? The better you made last time. Delicious.
This is some braised lamb, and there's also some lamb broth over there in the kettle. You're more than welcome to have it to help rejuvenate your senses.
How long did it?
I'm going to town on this lamb.
How long did it take Magnus to start turning back into a human?
We don't know.
We don't know. We didn't see it. Yeah.
Well, I'm asking for the DM. Is there a chance we're gonna walk back into the Bromnus' house and find a human corpse?
Just mutilated.
Whoever goes into the hut to grab some of the lamb, the prepared lamb.
Yeah, it's me, man. I'm on my way in.
You notice it looks. It's not the kind of lamb that you've eaten before. It looks a little more like pork. But you don't really know any better. You trust Scarlet since he cooked the bear earlier.
These are some strange lambs. We must grow them differently in this country.
Hey, Bromnus, you grow any vegetables?
Does it look like he grows vegetables?
Well, it's canon that Felix is vegetarian.
Right.
Yeah, I got a bunch of potatoes behind the house, but that's about it.
Do you mind if I snag one of your taters?
No, go ahead.
Just one. There's a single potato.
I'm gonna go try to rustle me up a tater.
Okay.
Boil and mash and stick them in a stew.
Yeah, you can grab 3 or 4 potatoes. They all look pretty fresh and at least a pound each.
Oh, that's a big fucking potato.
It's a big fucking guy.
Oh,
You're not
also,
wrong.
before I go get the potatoes, are my clothes dry now? Is my
Yeah,
clothes
they're
dry?
in the sunlight they dried out.
Okay, I'm gonna put my cloak back on.
Oh, thank God.
And so with one of the potatoes, is there still a fire burning?
It's smoldering, but you can add some more wood.
Well, I'm gonna just set potato on the coals,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna take the other 2 potatoes and just kind of like I was doing with the popping a vial of glowy fluid. I'm just gonna stuff them in the folds of my robes.
Oh, you still have that vial.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, the one on the coals will start to cook.
Bromnus, do you think that since I had helped paid for your house and we went to find Pom Pom that we'd be able to spend the night here?
Yeah. If you'd be interested in checking out or learning more about Cirrus in the morning, I'd be happy to have you stay.
That'd be great. Thank you.
I'm kind of interested in learning about this tonight, Bromnus.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we have time. We could talk about it over dinner. All the rest of us are eating.
Oh, sure. What would you like to know?
Should we go inside? Kind of warm ourselves by the fire?
Yeah, it's fucking annoying, isn't it?
That's me. You're talking about me.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely am.
You can tell by the disdain.
You all will gather in Bromnus' hut. It's a tight squeeze, but you can all fit around the table as Ironhammer's munching on the lamb and Felix grabs his cooked potato off the coals.
Can we pull Tank 2 in from the road and put him... I noticed there's this little shed or something off to the back, and we kind of set him off to the side and get him away from the road?
Yeah, you can tie Tank 2 and Bromnus will tie Pom Pom up, each to a leg of the shed. Thank you all for rescuing Pom Pom. I haven't seen him in days now. Where was he? Where did he lead off to?
It was crazy. We all almost died.
Oh, how's that?
Speak for yourself.
Felix pretty much did die. There was this there's this cave a little bit south of here through the forest, and there was this giant thing, and it had these tentacles, and it was trying to slap us around, but we weren't having it.
Oh, did it almost look like a giant rock?
Yeah.
Wow, you ran into a roper.
A roper?
I haven't seen those things in decades.
Ow, roper!
Okay. Oh my god, I actually started to write Al Roper.
Yeah,
We already have Larry Bird. Why not?
I had the killing blow, no big deal.
You're welcome. I softened them up for you.
And it's
So
crazy.
Felix, did you find any herbs when you were out?
Yeah, I did find some herbs.
What'd you find?
I found some
Uh-oh.
some of that stuff to make health potions, and I think I found some nightshade too.
Did you?
I shouldn't have done that.
Now, Felix, remember the discussion we had that you'd be able to make me a sleeping potion to help me fall asleep at night if you had the nightshade.
Yeah.
Could you still do that for me?
I mean, I definitely could. That's my jam.
All right.
Oh, is that
yeah.
what you turned it into a jam? Is that what the consistency is like? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's 3 or 4 whiffs just this game, Andrew.
I know. I'm tired.
I liked Al Roper.
Look, I gave you a lightsaber. Now shut up.
Yeah, you guys never even asked about this crazy thing. Well, Felix, you didn't really see it, but Ironhammer, you were right up in there.
Yeah, I'm not particularly interested.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay.
What's it made out of? Is it metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so it's actually pretty funny. Back on my farm, I used to design a lot of things like this. They're called engines, like they effect engines. They each have a different ability, and I was working on something similar to this, like a fire engine, back at the farm, but I was never able to get it to work. But I don't know.
Right.
Now I have this one that works.
I nod politely as I continue eating.
Yeah, anyway, I just think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, it did kind of save all of our lives back there, so it was pretty uncharacteristic, of me to step up and save the day.
Did it save our lives, or did my crazy bell save our lives because it made it run away?
I think it was me. I consider this.
I pat him on the head.
Yeah, I consider this a real turning point for who I am as a character. But it's fine. I'll get validation. I'll get validation somewhere else.
I tap Top on the shoulder. I'm sure you did a good job.
Oh, thanks, Scarlet.
Aw, Scarlet's turning a new leaf.
So, when can you get me that sleeping potion? I'd like to have it tonight before bedtime to help me.
Turning into you leave.
I mean, I can go make it now if you're really that desperate for it.
I greatly appreciate it.
Bromnus, what can you tell us about Cirrus?
Did you see those winds over to the west on your search for Pom Pom?
Yeah, those are really weird.
They are very weird.
I'm like snuggling up with like a coat or just something I found.
That is the entrance to Cirrus.
I think it was just a cloud. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
A cirrus is a type of cloud.
The cloud is to hide Cirrus. We do not trust many people to go there, but you 4 have helped me and shown that you are more than enough to see it, and I can take you there tomorrow morning. As far as he knows, he will take you there tomorrow morning.
How does it work exactly? Like, what? I've never heard of anything like that before.
It'd be a lot easier to explain once we're there, but there is a certain amount of magic that needs to be used to activate it.
It's magical. It's not scientific.
Correct.
Oh, that's lame. I consider that cheating,
So, Bromnus, what is the amount of magic that needs to be, put out?
To get there, it's not an amount of magic, it's the type of magic, which is why I am here. I am the only one that can get you up there.
Well, what type
so disappointed.
What type of magic is it?
A type of flying magic. Something that will let you become weightless among the wind.
Yeah, I guess we'll go there in the morning.
I guess. Huh?
Hopefully. Felix, after going outside, checking up on Tank 2, you've created the potion from the Nightshade. And you can bring it back in and give it to Scarlet.
Okay. What is the potion? Just so I know, like, what's property. Since I'm making it, what are the properties of it? Because obviously, like, I'm not going to try to make one that's like super crazy because he's using it to like just to sleep. So I'm going to make it a little weaker than.
Don't forget how large I am, though, in compared to you.
You just know you've made it strong enough to knock somebody out.
I'm going to re-enter the house and say, well, Scarlet, here's your sleepy juice.
Thank you.
Give it a taste. Let me know what you think.
I just go and I just smell it. Say it smells good. Not ready for bed yet.
No, I insist. I'm a little bit rusty. It's been 200 years since I made this version.
I think before we go to sleep, though, maybe we should take the opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better, because I almost watched all you guys die today. I didn't really feel a whole lot because I don't really know you.
I didn't do a goddamn thing.
I mean, I wanted to be sad, but Felix, you hit me that one time, and then you peed on me, and then you kind of bullied me, and I've only known you for 2 days. So,
That's how I show affection in my culture.
is that true?
No, it's not. But I can roll equation to see if you believe it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I roll insight to combat this bullshit? A contested roll?
Yeah.
I rolled a natural one. Okay.
I rolled a 16. So.
Yeah, you're getting addicted.
I know.
Yeah, not only do you believe that getting peed on is an act of respect in Felix's culture, you are planning on actually doing it in the future, back to him.
And anyone else I meet in my life. If I meet any other.
Are you a mountain dwarf or a hill dwarf?
I'm a hill dwarf.
What is Bromnus?
He's a mountain dwarf.
Oh, okay. Well,
I meet another hill dwarf. Who's not.
but Ironhammer.
Ironhammer is a hill dwarf.
Yeah, but I already know him. I'm gonna next time I greet another hill dwarf, I'm gonna start peeing on him.
Remember that? I want you to write that down, Andrew, because that is now canon.
I'll do it.
But yeah, I don't think we know a whole lot about each other, and whatever crazy adventure that we have ahead of us, I think it's important that we understand where one another's coming from. Don't everybody talk at once.
What was your idea there, little one? Why don't you start this little fun ice-breaking exercise?
Yeah, okay. I mean, if you want me to. When we first met, the very, very first time, right when you hit me, I had shown you a picture of me. Do you remember? That was 2 days ago, so maybe you remember.
I'm going to pull out what I originally had described as my self-portrait, and I'm going to show it to the group, and I kind of pass it around, and I unfold the very bottom of it, which, prior you had just seen the picture before, but on the bottom it actually says wanted, but there's no name.
Yeah, it looks like the bottom was ripped off. I'm sure the first name is Hobjobman, but the last name is definitely Topknot. I remember that bit. But yeah, I was on the run for a while. Some scary. I used to live on a farm, kind of like Bromnus here. And one day, for a couple years, everybody on the farm got really sick. A bunch of them died, and I had to take care of the farm. And in order to pay some of the other workers, I had to take out some loans with the only group around that was still offering loans. And they turned out to be not very good people. And they continuously changed the details of the deal that I had made, and ultimately I had to leave or they would have killed me. But they're dead now, so anyway, that was me opening up. It's your guys' turn. Scarlet, I want to hear from you.
I'm all cuddled up. I'm sitting in front of the fire. It's like we're telling late night campfire stories, getting all deep and stuff, like back when we were at the Boy Scouts back in the day.
Well, I don't remember too much. I remember I have vivid flashbacks here and then of what I did in my past life, but all of it's pretty blurry. I don't really I see a lot of me cooking. I see a lot of me really just kind of prepping dead animals. So perhaps I was like a butcher or something in my past life. And I know, you can see all the scars on me, so I know that I was in some sort of war or some sort of battle. But that's all I know.
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
I pretty much just remember waking up. There's no sense of time before that. Everything's all just kind of sporadic.
Ironhammer and Felix, do you guys have similar trouble recalling memories besides your name?
Well, all I really remember is I lived in the woods. I was, kind of my own man, making potions and experimenting with potions and...
What about your family?
Oh, I left them long ago. They didn't quite get me.
What about you, Ironhammer? Did you study to become a cleric, or how did that work?
I used to be a part of the order, but they're a bit too dogmatic for my taste. I just focused on the forging.
Well, what about you? What was the last thing you remember?
Don't remember much. I just remember being at home, doing my day-to-day forging, various activities.
I kind of miss being home. It's weird because for a couple of years there, all I wanted to do was get away. But now that we're here and so much time has passed, Home's really the only place that I want to be. So, I don't know. Are you guys remembering any other letters of your names or anything about your names?
Everybody roll a d20 and a d6.
I got a 4 and a 5.
I got 16.
I got a 16 and a 2.
I got a 4 and a 3.
So, Felix, your third and final letter is I.
My name is Nigel.
Nigel Felix.
Ian, what were your letters?
L, C, and what's 16?
Your final letter is P.
LCP.
Hey, that's where I work.
Those letters, I don't think work together at all.
Scarlet, your letter is R.
Penelope.
And Top Knot, your letter is G.
Hogjobman. Hogjobman. It's Hogjobman Top Knot. I just know it.
Bromnus says, "Alright, well, you're all bumming the shit out of me, so I'm gonna head to bed. I hope you all are ready to visit Cirrus tomorrow, the city within the clouds."
We're gonna sit here and loudly talk while you try to sleep.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Good night, Bromnus.
Good night. He only walks like 3 feet away and jumps into bed.
I'm gonna cuddle up with Pom Pom's outside.
You can bring Pom Pom in.
I want to go and bring Pom Pom in and cuddle up with Pom Pom.
Yeah, roll me a stealth.
14.
Yeah, you go out and untie Pom Pom's leash and lead him back in. Bromnus is already out and snoring, so you can easily lay down next to him.
Oh, you're very soft.
So before Bromnus goes to sleep, is everyone else going to sleep now?
Yeah. I'm packing.
Yeah?
Yeah, everybody's pretty much out. Bromnus is like snoring, but with like his mouth, like it keeps opening up.
Well, I'm going to wake Bromnus up.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask him to come outside with me and have a cup of tea and talk about the partnership that he had posed me earlier today.
Bromnus is gonna go, what right now? If we have to. And he'll start to walk outside. Let me have the 3 of you guys roll me a perception.
7 plus 4, 11.
2 plus 5 is 7.
15.
The 2 large men walk outside, and because of the creaking of the old wood, Top Knot, you can kind of hear a little bit of footsteps, but you don't take any notice of it. It could just be somebody adjusting in their sleep. Ironhammer, you open one of your eyes and see as Bromnus and Scarlet exit, but you don't think of it as anything.
Really? Even though I don't trust Scarlet at all.
Nothing out of the ordinary. They're just walking outside for a moment, but it's whatever you choose to do.
Aside from the wonton murder.
Scarlet, where do you want to lead him to?
While they're doing that, can I get up and like peek out of the hole that Scarlet made earlier to see what's
Yeah. What does Ironhammer see?
So I mean, he's pretty much just going to see. We're walking back towards the shed, and I mean, if he's able to see anything, he's just going to see me handing Bromnus like pretty much a cup of tea, and we're just going to sit down and talk for a few minutes.
Yeah, you'll lead Bromnus over to the shed. Ironhammer can't see that because the hole is facing out the front door.
And the cart is between them and the shed, because it's parked there.
Yeah, so Ironhammer, you can do what you want to do, but Bromnus and Scarlet sit down next to the shed. Bromnus pets Tank 2 a couple times and goes, "Wait, where's Pom Pom?"
I believe he was inside. If you saw before we left, he was just cuddled up near the foot of your bed.
Oh.
If I put my ear to the back of the house, I hear through it.
You'll have to roll investigation.
14.
You can hear Bromnus. He has a low, booming voice. Just say like, "Pom Pom? Oh, that's right. Okay."
Basically, I'm just making sure that no one's getting murdered. That's what I'm trying to do.
Is Toad in the house?
Okay, so Toad is still out by the rock waiting for Scarlet to find him. You hear, Ironhammer, you hear Bromnus talk about Pom Pom as 2 cups you can hear kind of like stirring, clinking, and the 2 start to drink the tea that Scarlet has prepared for them. What did you want to talk about? Thank you for the tea, by the way.
Yes, I want to talk about, you had proposed about a partnership partnership between us earlier for you catching fish and me bearing them.
Oh yes, I think we could do very well. And he kind of glances off, not really there anymore.
So is he pretty much now unconscious?
Yeah, after about a minute, he doesn't fall off the bench you are sitting on, but he kind of like heaves over, and he's just kind of like his arms are on his lap. He's just out.
So while we're in the shed, then I'm going to try and position him onto the table.
Roll me a strength.
18.
Yeah, it takes some doing, but you're a superhuman in its own right, and flop him like a dead fish onto the table as he's snoring louder than he ever has. Tank 2 looks up and just starts just panting at you.
I kind of pat him on the head and just kind of send him on his way.
Yeah, he'll just walk with his tail between his legs behind the shed.
Okay. At that point, then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of the sleeping potion, pour it into Bromnus' mouth, a little bit more than I already put in, wait a minute or two for him kind of digest, and then I'm going to take out a dagger and take an incision and cut across his gut.
What in the name of shit?
It has been 2 days, and you've killed how many people?
Well, just wait.
Yeah, just wait.
He's not dead yet.
You drop a couple droplets into his mouth, a little more than average. He's knocked out so much he's not even snoring anymore. He's just dead unconscious as you slice a probably 5-inch incision into his gut.
I'm going to reach in then and grab some of his intestines and pull out, preferably, the large intestines. I'm going to pull that out. Probably want to get, like a decent amount then, and then cut it off and suture it together.
And turn it into a jump rope? What the fuck?
You're going to have to roll me an incredible medicine check.
19.
Are you shitting me? This is going to be over the course of like hours. You slowly slice open his gut and instinctively know where his large intestine is and pull some out, and you cut off probably about half a foot. And suture it back together using some of the coals to kind of burn it back. And what are you using to tie to, I guess, close him back up?
I mean, really just kind of any thread or anything I find. I could even just tear off bits of his clothes and just kind of weave it through. And then a fishing hook that, I had just kind of...
Okay, using some of the makeshift tools that you find around his work shed.
Performing surgery.
Performing surgery, you were able to close him back up. He sustained a decent amount of damage, but he's still breathing as the sun is starting to come back up.
What did Iron Hammer do? Did he go back to bed?
I couldn't hear anything crazy happen, so yeah, I just went to bed.
I'm gonna then put him back into the chair and just kind of position like him, with the cup right there, and
roll me a strength first.
That's a 9.
You try to get him back into the chair, however, you are just exhausted after performing a multiple-hour surgery, and you get him on the edge of the chair, but his weight flips it over, and he is just laying on the ground next to the spilled cup of tea and the fallen-over chair. So it looks like he kind of got a little fucked up and just passed out on the ground.
Did you tie his intestines back together?
Yeah, pretty much. I took out a bit of his intestines and then just tied it back, sutured them back together.
Okay. And then you just have a part of his intestine.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, as if that's a normal thing to say. Psychopath.
He said that he had memories of being a butcher.
Now what?
So with the time remaining, I'm going to take the large intestines and slowly stretch them into very thin, and I'm essentially going to turn his intestines into a fishing line.
What the fuck? You have to roll me survival.
That is 16.
Yeah, taking the lengths, kind of doubling them over every time you join them back together. You're able to stretch it out enough to create a very long fishing line. The sun, it's probably about 4 or 5 in the morning, so the sun's really starting to come up. You're not going to be able to get any rest from this. However, you have done what you needed to do.
Ooh, that's 1 point of exhaustion.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with this fishing line?
No, essentially, I just want to put it in my pack until I'm going to ask Bromnus here if I can have his fishing pole, or I can pay for one of his fishing poles.
You just cut this dude open to make fishing line. Like, that's the whole purpose of it?
What? He's just gonna wake up and be like, okay, something's up.
Something definitely wrong.
For you to get a fishing pole, we're going to have to work through some things next game.
That's fine.
Jesus.
But before everyone wakes up, I'm going to position myself in the opposing chair and just pretty much like pretend like I'm asleep, like, we had too much to drink.
Can we assume that because you just performed you're covered in fuck blood?
Well, we got to clean up, of course. That's part of surgery.
Yeah, you'll clean yourself up in the stream and lay down onto the opposing chair with your cup also on the ground. Basically, to set the scene, when the rest of the guys wake up, they're going to find Bromnus bloody on the ground and you looking like you just pissed your pants. And I guess that's where we ended. This is the weirdest ending.